Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just give me a second here in order to put on a second shirt, because the one I got on right now I'm not real comfortable. And I'm making an entire video with just my undershirt on. Okay, trying to cover myself as much as possible. It is like 100 degrees in this friggin' tent. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to make this small video here in order to make a prediction. We're going to see if any event transpires at this hiking area. Now, today I was at UCSD. A few days ago, I bought a memory card from Best Buy, a 32 gigabyte memory card that cost me about 25 bucks. I put it today. The last time it was put inside of a computer at UCSD, every single video file that was on that video card was erased before my eyes. As a result of it being plugged into a computer over at UCSD in the biomedical library. Today, somebody, I don't know, well, let me just put it to you this way. After I took the memory card out today, after uploading a few videos, I put the memory card back into my camera, and it's saying that the memory is locked. That the card is locked. Now, it's the kind of card that's got that little push thing that slides up and down. And let me show you what one looks like. And then it's got the little... It's a card like this, but it's a brand new one. It doesn't have one of my labels put on it. It's a card like this, okay, as you can see. And it's got a little lever on the side for locking or unlocking. I'd never fool with it because I don't need any reason to lock it. But it's one of those kind of memory cards that got the micro card that go on top. So when I seen that it wasn't working, and even when I took the memory card out of the USB connector that was plugged into their computer, I put it in the camera and then it wouldn't work. That's how I discovered it wasn't working. So I kept fooling around with it in the camera, wouldn't work. So I put it back inside the USB connector and put it back inside the computer, and my computer and their computer wouldn't recognize it as being plugged in. So I fooled around with it for about another 20 minutes, could not get it to work at all, period. Okay. I took the small micro card out of the top of it and put it down inside of a different one. Okay, because it was trying to say that it's not working because the memory is locked, which is the little side thing that you slide up and down on the side. Okay, so I put it in a different memory card. Okay, because all of the video cards that I've been using for the last year had these little micro cards that go in and out. So I got other ones that micro cards go in and out of. So I took the micro card out of the one that's now not working and slid it down into another housing of another memory card, put it back into the computer, wouldn't recognize it, put it back into the camera, and it was saying the memory was locked. Okay? So that means that it's in the software on the actual micro card. Now, considering the last time I was at UCSD and over 16 videos were erased off the same video card right before my eyes, and then this happens, we're going to see if Best Buy won't take it back. Now, I have caught gang stalking being said on there and being intentionally said around me on the entire UCSD campus, in the Club Med restaurant, inside the Price Center, inside the Biomedical Library, inside of the Geisel Library, and then I have also caught gang stalking being said around me inside the Best Buy. That's right up the street. I've also caught it being said around me in Ralph's, Jack in the Box, everywhere I go, bus routes. So, we're going to see if Best Buy screws me out of the exchanging this memory card for a different one. I'll probably go in there and they'll say they don't have another one right now, that they're out of stock. Okay? So what I'll do is ask for a rain check. And so we're going to see if they give me any major problems concerning returning this card, which still should have videos left on it. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. This is at least the second time in 1 week that I've been ripped off. A couple months ago, when I was over at the North University San Diego Public Library, I accidentally left a USB connector that you plug into the wall. It's a plug USB connector where once you plug it into the wall, it's got two little USB hubs on the other side of it, so you can plug anything that's got a USB connector. in order to be able to charge up like a battery cell or use the charge up your phone or whatever. It cost me, if I remember correctly, about 10 bucks at Staples. So when I left the North University San Diego Public Library and I realized that I had forgotten it when I went to go take it out to use it at UCSD, the next morning I called the North University San Diego Public Library and I tape recorded the conversation I had with them. They said they found it plugged into the wall and that they would put it in Lost and Found. Well, it had been about a month and a half before I finally went back to the North University San Diego Public Library, and I went back there and I asked them to look in the Lost and Found for it, and they said it wasn't there. So, between this memory card, okay, that happened today, and that USB drive, it's almost $40. Okay, with tax, cost of it. And this is what I have to put up with, literally. This tent you see me in right now, it cost me $80. Because the tent that I was sitting in before this one was put up cost $40. This one cost $40, and they wrecked the previous one that was up. And within a week and a half of me putting up this one, they came down up in here, and look at what they did. They sliced it up, and I had to tape it up with electrical tape and bread ties. I'm talking about gang stalking, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I literally caught the North University San Diego branch, the North University San Diego Public Library branch manager saying gang stalk right when I walked by him. That was caught on a hidden running recording tape recorder as well. Hold on a second. Now, I apologize for the way I look. Trust me, I would rather not be making any kind of... I basically... What I gotta do is keep myself in shape and not let myself get mentally or physically worn out, because organized gang stalking, one of the huge sections of what they do to targets is to wear them down. And to wear them out, okay? Mentally, physically, financially, physiologically, psychologically, emotionally, as a result of the non-stop harassment and the things that they covertly do that causes you to hate them, okay? And that's why they do the shit that they do. Hacking into a target individual's computer, no matter where they're at, using a computer at, hacking into their cell phone, okay? These are all methods of gang stalking that can be Googled. If any event happens at this hiking area, let me just relight my cigarette back up. Oh, it didn't go off. Hold on. Now, the reason why I don't look like I would normally be looking when I make a video is because right now it's like 94 degrees outside, and since I'm sitting inside of a tent, it's even hotter than that. So that's why I'm having to make a video with the way I look right now, because I gotta at least say, okay, time out. I cannot suffer and suffer and suffer every day like I do, and then suffer when I come home, and I gotta make a video, because it's important that victims of stalking or gang stalking, organized stalking, keep a log concerning what's factually happening to them. Okay? And so, as soon as I wipe myself off here, okay, I'm gonna, I just booted up my phone, and as soon as I wipe myself off here, I'm gonna show you a video picture of the calendar of the phone. Okay? And that way I can prove today's date. Now, if any event transpires here between me and the property owner, between me and the police, or between me, they're bringing homeless men down up in here to assault me physically, literally, okay? And I've already requested at least 14 times for the San Diego police to make a police report concerning the fact that I'm being gang stalked, and they told me no to my face each and every time, okay? So, all you have to do is deliberate, why would they do that? Now you can go to Google and you can type in organized stalking or gang stalking and police officers. Maybe that's your answer. So, you know, hang on. So I'm looking for the calendar right now. And then my glasses on. And, right now in my physical possession, I literally have 800 separate audio files of the same exact identical verbal harassment happening around me. The same exact, identical to a T, identical verbal harassment happening around me every day, everywhere I go. Okay? And lately, they've been getting individuals to get around me to repeat things that I've said here at my tent. Now, how do you think that they might be able to do that? Well, I just made a video about it the other day. I'm not sure if I uploaded it yet or not. Hang on a second, I gotta find my calendar. Now, organized stalking and gang stalking is directly connected to human trafficking rings. Where the hell is my calendar at? My calendar icon's gone. What the hell? Unbelievable. Alright, so let me just look for it really fast. I'm looking at every single icon right now. Okay, so the calendar icon has been taken off my phone. Unbelievable. Clipboard, navigation, everything's here except for the calendar. Oh, here it is. Sorry. It's just that they erased some emails right before my eyes inside this tent the other day. So I'm a little bit nervous about these little skanking things that they do. Alright, so you can see that it's, hang on. So you can see that it's August 5th that I'm making these statements. August 5th. Okay. So we're going to see if any event transpires at this hiking area. This is the hiking area that I was brutally assaulted at on July 9th, 2014. That means homeless people, and when they come here, okay, and approach me, what they do at first is they act like they're here for another reason, and that's because the individuals that are placing them down up in here, they know I got a tape recorder. And they know that through the cyber surveillance of me. Hold on. See, I have uploaded numerous videos and put them online of evidence. And as I was making these videos, okay, and once they were, as I was making the videos, I was literally stating that this is evidence of gang stalking. I would play the evidence, and then once the evidence was transferred from the tape recorder to the video file, I would make some follow-up statements stating that as a result of me having a tape recorder running on me at all times, this is how I'm able to catch the evidence. Cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. Okay, it's obvious that it is, because they have erased so many video files right before my eyes as the video files are up on the screen on the monitor at UCSD. So all you got to do is go to Google and type in cyber surveillance and gang stalking, computer hacking and gang stalking, okay, cell phone hacking and gang stalking. And I'll get to that in a second in reference to how they're able. You can go to Google, right? Just go to Google and type in gang stalking and the direct conversation method, and you'll realize how they can hack into a person's cell phone and use it as a microphone. They can hack into the camera on the phone, and they can use the phone as a GPS tracker. Now, they're hacking into the phone and using the speaker as a microphone. So if I make a video about a certain subject matter, and since cell phone hacking is all over the internet in reference to that being a method of gang stalking. In fact, just go to YouTube right now, hang on, and type in cell phone hacking and stalking. And within the first 1 to 5 videos that come up, once you type in cell phone hacking and stalking, you'll see 2 women being covered on a morning show. And what they're talking about in reference to what's happening to them, listen to the entire show. It's only about, I think it's only like 18 minutes long. It's not even that. I think it's like 10 minutes long. You'll literally hear them say that their phone's being used as a microphone, as a camera, and as a tracker. Now, since it's already at Google and YouTube, that's gang stalking expeditions hacking a target cell phone and use it for a tracker, okay, a microphone and a camera, then you can easily deduce that they're able to hear what I'm saying when I'm inside this tent in reference to subject matters and the things that I'm exposing. So what they'll do is get around the target individual's route, and they'll repeat things using the direct conversation method that the target individual said in the privacy of their own home. They did it to me yesterday over at AMC movie theater inside the plaza where the Rouse and the Best Buy is at, off of La Jolla Village Square. A few days ago I made a video. I'm not sure if I kept that video though, but whenever I make a video, I also tape record my statements on a tape recorder. So whether I have already uploaded the video or not, or whether I decided to not keep the video and deleted it, it doesn't matter, because the statements are still on my tape recorder in reference to the verbal statements I made in the video. So I can literally prove that I made a video just recently stating that as a result of some of the methodologies of gang stalking, they're able to know what you're saying in the privacy of your home. And then they get, in fact, I did make a video concerning that. And I even played some of the, I even made a video picture of my phone showing that YouTube video of those two women being covered on that morning show. Okay, and I think that was one of the videos that they erased off the video card the last time I was at UCSD before today. Okay, but anyways, as I was making that video, my tape recorder was running, so I can prove that I stated in that video that as a result of these individuals being able to monitor you in the privacy of your own home, it's almost like, and then you think to yourself, well, you're going to do something today to maybe catch them. I forgot exactly what I said, but I got the audio file, trust me. I said that it's like the perpetrators having a playbook, just like if a football team had, if one team had the playbook of the other teams, they would know how that team is going to play. And so therefore they can adjust their strategies. I literally said that. Well, yesterday I was sitting down and I had bought a chicken dinner I bought a chicken thigh and some french fries at Ralph's, and then I went over to watch a movie, Lucy, and before it started I sat down outside of the AMC theater to eat my meal. And this guy comes up and he literally sits down and he literally takes the chair that I was going to sit in, so I decided to sit in the other one. And he literally sits down at the same table with me and he sparks up a conversation. And guess what he tried to say? He literally brought up a subject matter and was leading up, and guess what he said? He goes, it's like when you're playing a football game. It's like when a football team is playing in a football game. So I bent my head over because this tape recorder is attached in a pouch on my bra with the microphone right here. So as soon as I heard him say it's like a football team knowing the other, it's like when two football teams play each other, as soon as he said that, I tilted down my head like this, covered up my mouth, and I said, just like having the other playbook, the other team's playbook. And as soon as I got done saying that, that's exactly what he said. And I haven't uploaded it to a video yet because it just happened yesterday. So that's called the direct conversation method. So this is just my way of predicting what might happen towards me next here. They prefer to do things here because I'm not out in the public where there's more witnesses. And when they pull something here, when they bring these little filthy animals here to assault me or threaten me to make me feel afraid that I'm going to be assaulted, they're told to act like they're here for another reason. Because they know that I'm wearing this, so they're told what to say in order to make it appear that they're here for another reason, and then that the verbal, and see, basically what they do is they act like they're here for another reason, and then they'll start acting smart and direct towards me, and then attempt to build on that. So basically what they're doing is playing out verbal theatrics, inserting a statement to try and provoke me to say something to them, so then they can act more crazy and then make it appear that they were down here for some other reason and that we just had a verbal altercation and an assault happened because of the verbal altercation that ensued as a result of them being down here for another reason. Because they got to make it appear that them actually being here to begin with was for another reason, that it wasn't intentional, that it wasn't planned. And the reason why they act out these verbal theatrics, which are basically a section of how they behave when they engage in what is called a street theater, which is a staged event. In gang stalking expeditions, when they play out a street theater, they engage in specific physical theatrics and verbal theatrics, because they have to make it appear that what they're doing and the end result is because they have to at least make it appear that they're in my environment and have approached me because of another reason. So they'll approach me and say, have you seen this person? Have you seen that person? And they'll know that I'll say, I don't know you, I don't know who you're looking for, and I don't care, leave me alone, please go away. Because they've already done it. So basically what they're doing is they'll bring these guys down up in here and they'll ask me questions that I don't care about at all. Don't want to get into any kind of conversation with them at all. That's why I'll say, leave me alone. I don't care about you or your problems. Just leave me alone. So when they see my verbal reaction, they share that with the manager. The manager will then try to say, okay, this is how she's probably going to respond to the next physical theatric we play out. So when she says what she says, say, well, that's rude. Or why do you got to be so rude? In order to bait me, to keep me in their little circular event that they're bringing up and trying to provoke. Okay, this is literally how gang stalking works. The manager of this expeditions, whoever it is or they are, they know I wear this. It's all over the internet that cyber surveillance is a methodology of gang stalking, and I have stated it in I have stated in at least 75 videos that this tape recorder is running on me at all times, which is even running now. Okay, that's right. So when they approach me, they got to make it appear that they're not going to walk up to me and say, even though they have, check this out. But they're not gonna flat openly not down up in here, okay? Because they'll know when anybody gets assaulted, they're gonna call the cops, and that was actually the reason why they did what they did, to bait me, to provoke me to call the cops, so the cops, they can come down here and more than likely make a falsified police report. So, in closing, I'm literally going to show you that I'm a victim of this crime. They literally had the audacity to threaten me to my face and say gang stalk as it was occurring. And I'm going to play that audio file right now, and then I'm going to shut down this particular video file. But when they come down up in here, okay, and intentionally go to assault me, see, they already know that they pulled this Thanksgiving event. So if they come down up in here and say, Leslie, gang stalk, and then assault me, they know that it'll be caught on tape recorder. So that will show stalking on more than one occasion, which will show a felony. Okay? And they also know that will prove without a reasonable doubt at all that the San Diego police have involved themselves in gross negligence of duty, because they know that they have denied my right to make a police report over anywhere between 14 and 19 separate occasions. Gang stalk was also caught being set around me inside the San Diego Police Department headquarters, inside the San Diego City Council meeting chambers. Okay, so the only thing they're doing is dressing up their approach to me, their physical approach to me, apparently trying to make it appear that it's happening for other reasons on my own tape recorder. Okay, and then trying to escalate verbal interactions with me in order to make it appear that their inappropriate behavior, their provocative behavior is being done because of something that I'm verbally saying to them. So basically what they're trying to do is engage me to provoke me so they can use that as an excuse to assault me, or blame it on the fact that I'm taking a video picture of them. That's their new bullshit. Okay? So, I can't, it's just unbelievable this crime is happening to me, and that it's still happening to me. And so now you can ask yourself, why won't the San Diego police make a police report? This is the audio of an event that took place towards me on a sidewalk right up the street. Okay, on Thanksgiving Day 2013. Do you hear these two men say gang stalk together? Then one says gang stalking, and then that same one says gang of stalking, I'm gonna fuck you up. Just listen. One of the guys that played a role in this Thanksgiving event that you just heard was directly connected to the assholes that they set up to hike out 150 feet away from me, okay? And they harassed me day and night at this area, yelling gang stalk and suck my you-know-what, non-stop. From November of 2000, from late November 2012 up until mid-April 2014, and when they moved out, they only moved 300 feet away. And the individuals that assaulted me on July 9th, 2014, right outside my tent here, they came from that area. Now another individual that assaulted me right across the street from here, literally right across the street from here, who assaulted me literally right on the ledge, right across the street from here, right across the street from here, was seen talking to this guy, okay, on 3 prior occasions before this Thanksgiving event occurred. That's right. He walked right up to me and tried to hit me right in the face with a bike helmet. That's right. Got a video of that as it was occurring. He tried to blame it on me for taking a video picture of him for no reason. And that's the new excuse that they're using, which is the same bullshit that UCSD is using. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you realize in which, all you got to do is go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Evidence of Gang Stalking." Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalking. Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Gang Stalking at UCSD. Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalking at SDSU. Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalking at Arby's. Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalking at Arby's again. Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalking at Jack in the Box. 3 different Jack in the Box. I've caught the same exact method of gang stalk being repetitively said around me, right in my physical presence, on video and audio. That's right. That's right. 800 audio files of the same exact identical verbal harassment happening around me inside the Hall of Justice, inside the San Diego Police Department headquarters, inside the San Diego City Council meeting chambers. Being said around me as 2 San Diego sheriff's officers are sexually harassing me inside the Hall of Justice. So, all you got to do is Google or YouTube these YouTube titles, and what you're going to be listening for in the background of it is individuals saying gang stalk and or gang stalker and or gang stalking, while other individuals are saying "oh my god" right before and after those words are being said, along with periodically weird and crazy being said back to back with gang stalk and or gang stalker and or gang stalking. Repeating words and phrases around a target individual is called sensitization methods. Repeating physical gestures around the target individual is another sensitization method. Go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalker Admitting Sent to Harass." Go to YouTube and type in 2/20/13 "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Another Gang Stalker Admitting Sent to Harass." That individual is literally admitting to me in a hidden running tape recorder that a San Diego police officer by the name of Steve put him on a corner to do it. And that occurred within 2 hours after I left the San Diego DA's office. Go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on an MTS Bus," and make sure you look at everything slowly and meticulously in the description of that YouTube video. I'm in San Diego, California, and my name is Leslie Williams. Don't feel sorry for me. And the only reason why I'm living in a tent is because they literally stole my rent that was mailed certified mail return receipt. Go to YouTube right now. In fact, I'm going to show you a video picture I'm going to show you a video picture right now of a cell phone picture of a book. Its title. Okay? I want you to pay close attention to the title of this book. Electronic Torture, Electronic Rape, Technology, Gang Stalking at the Post Office. Written by Jewel Crayon. So type that in Amazon, type that in at Google, and you'll bring up this. That shows this was written by a postal employee. Okay? I got the actual physical book, but I've already moved it to another hiking area. Okay? That's right. So this was written by a postal employee about being gang stalked at work by her supervisors and other employees. Okay? That's right. So, if you go to Google and type in "male theft and male delayment and gang stalking, postal workers and gang stalking," do you really think that it would be hard for you to believe that? Do you really think that it would be hard for you to believe that my rent was stolen out of the mail? Go to Google and type in "how they create homelessness at targets" in order to exploit it. Alright, I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. If any event causes me to move, causes me to be assaulted, even sexually assaulted, harassed, beaten up, or a combination of all 3 at this hiking area or any hiking area, whether it happens today, tomorrow, next week, next month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, or 5 months down the road, understand, I'm gang stalked every day, everywhere I go, and this is the way I gotta live because of it. So what I'm doing is keeping a law concerning it. I do honestly appreciate you listening, and I'm sorry if this video is causing you to be sad or is bringing you down, but these kinds of criminalities need to be exposed for what they are. So you, as an American citizen, as a California citizen, as a San Diego citizen, I do not know any of these individuals who are managing this expedition towards me. I do not know any of the individuals they're using to harass me, except for the like when I go to UCSD or a business and I see the business employees or the UCSD employees or students. The only time I can identify anybody that's engaging in gang stalking is the only way that I can identify it is that if it's somebody doing it while I'm in their business, like Best Buy employees, Staples employees, Ralph's employees. any business I go into, it's been caught happening around me in the same exact identical way in 3 different Jack-in-the-Boxes. What does that tell you? It tells me, and should tell you, that certain specific law enforcement tools are being illegally and criminally used, like the community notification. Google that. Alright, now in closing, to show you that this type of criminality has been covered on the news, you can go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids just to see one local news broadcast of a victim of this crime being covered on the news. And I'm going to play you the audio of that news broadcast right now.
This story on our website, kcba.com. Due to not police call it bullying on steroids. We're talking about gang stalking, but it actually has nothing to do with the gangs that you first think of. Southern Coast News reporter Candace Wynn learned more about the trend and how it's getting more dangerous because of the internet. It makes me so afraid.
Lawrence Gazino claims his neighbors are gang stalking him because he plays loud music late at night and is outspoken. He said for the last year and a half he's been systematically followed by a group of people. At one point he said they climbed on his roof to harass him. Gazino said he's developed a paranoia that's devastated his relationships with friends and, worst of all, family.
That's the worst part of it. If it was me, I would take action.
Santa Cruz Police Lieutenant Larry Richards said police are becoming more aware of gang stalking because of cyberbullying. But what is gang stalking? Basically, the victims could be driving their car or talking on their phones or walking the streets when a group of people try to systematically terrorize them. Richards said gang stalking is nothing new, but new technology is making it more common.
Gang stalking itself, they have elevated themselves to technology. So this is something that's been going on before the age of Facebook, Twitter, those other social websites. They just now have gone into those areas.
Gazino said he's proof that the problem isn't just online and that it can hit too close to home, a home he plans on leaving because of gang stalking.
I want to be able to go to the tennis courts and play tennis or play ping pong without people following us everywhere. It's just nerve-wracking.
I'm Candace Wynn in Salinas, your Central Coast News.
If found guilty of gang stalking, the person may face criminal, conspiracy, and stalking charges, all of which are felony charges in California.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in closing, all you got to do is go to Google right now and type in human trafficking and gang stalking. And you will discover YouTube videos that other YouTube channels have made concerning gang stalking and how they're exposing that gang stalking operations are identical to human trafficking operations. And they're bringing the most vile, skanked out, freaked out skanks, okay, that are still walking around in La Jolla. The guy that played a role in this Thanksgiving event literally walked by me yesterday after I left Ralph's. After I left the AMC theater, after I left the AMC theater and watching that movie, I then got on my, I then went back to Ralph's and bought a couple things, and then got on my bike, unlocked it, and as soon as I left the Ralph's parking lot, he was on the sidewalk going to walk into the Ralph's parking lot, and he called me a bitch. Got it on audio file. The same exact guy that played a role in the Thanksgiving event. The San Diego police, I pointed right to them and told them where that little bitch is staying at. Excuse my language. They didn't do a damn thing. They wouldn't even go into the area where that guy went to that assaulted me on July 9th. And I still hear somebody talking over there. They don't care. Because they know I'm exposing them on the internet. That's why. And they'll deny it up and down the road and call me crazy concerning it. Think about this. The day I caught gang stalking being set around me repetitively and non-stop around me on the only date that I have ever been inside the San Diego Police Department headquarters on July 23rd, 2014. Okay? I'm sorry, on July 24th, 2013. I predicted that it would be said here at this hiking area before I left it to catch 3 buses and a bike ride to get down there. I predicted it in a video and in an audio file. I then leave here, take 3 buses, and ride my bike to get to their headquarters, and it's set around me repetitively. In there, inside the lobby of the San Diego Police Department headquarters. What does that say? I was stalked from here to there. Yeah, as I'm talking to police officers, it's literally being said by multiple people that are sitting right inside the lobby with me. What does that tell you? Alright, I'm trying to connect with Dan Gillian, Mary Frances Prevost, for the sexual harassment by the San Diego police, by the San Diego sheriff's officers inside the Hall of Justice, and the fact that MTS, when that brutal assault that I talked about earlier, that you can YouTube, That video is altered. You can go to Google and type in "learning disabled woman exposes how MTS assault video is altered." All right, I gotta go. I gotta eat dinner and try and relax. I do appreciate you listening, and if you can just maybe say a small prayer for me. All right, thank you.